is officially Friday night. Tomorrow is Saturday, which kicks off my day in the life. First week back since New Year's. Tomorrow I'm gonna be loading, of course there's one freaking car in this town. All right, so tomorrow I'm gonna be loading some 4x5 sheets. We're gonna take the Toyo Field 4.5. I'm gonna go look for some woods. We're gonna take some pictures of trees and stuff like that. So let's get this day started, even though it's night. I'll see you in the morning. Goodbye.
Of their original ask, and others haven't been quite so successful.
So apparently on the Sunny 16 podcast, they do the Sunny Awards every year, and Analog Talk Podcast, I am a co-host on that show. We won second place for the Pillars of the Community Award.
In second place, in a year when we have been talking about film moving forward, we have got the thrusting, bright, new, young podcast come to field. They campaigned good and hard and to great success. It is Christine Bartolucci and Timothy Ditzler with the Analog Talk podcast. Woo!
Hey, wow, well done them, yeah, excellent.
Very good. It's a great podcast. It's one that I enjoy listening to and absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
That's pretty amazing. It's been a really good year, like I expressed in my 2K giveaway video. Just a big year for growth and big year for community. And I just want to thank the Sunny 16 guys. Love your podcast. Thanks for the support. Can't wait to collaborate with you. I think we were talking about maybe getting one of you guys on our show and vice versa. So that'll be pretty fun. Before I go out and shoot the 4.5 today, I just wanted to take a little peek around the antique mall. And there's another little antique shop right across the street from here. I've gotten quite a few cameras from this place. I've mentioned it before, but I'm gonna pop in and see if there's anything worth picking up. I already have a million cameras, but you know, why not look for one more? It's just a cool little spot to stop every once in a while and see if there's anything new. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so no new cameras, nothing that I haven't seen. Everything is extremely overpriced. You know, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you find something that is worth the money, but not today. But I did get a book. Lottie Jacoby, I think is her name, Lottie Jacoby. Let me show you. This is the book I got. It's pretty amazing. There's a lot of portraits. This is old stuff. 1928. That's wild. There are some pictures of let's see if I can find them. Where are they at? I mean, this stuff's amazing. 1930s. I think they're back here more. This book is in relatively good condition. Some city shots of like old Germany, Berlin. There's just some like solid pictures in here. There we go. Recognize this guy? That's right, Albert Einstein. Einstein pulling a boat. Einstein with a little thingy, pipe. A little booty shot of Einstein. This is pretty cool. 1938. It's just wild. There's some great portraits in here though. This woman definitely had an eye. I'm gonna have to look her up and do some research, and then I'll kind of explain a little bit more behind this book. But good find. It was only $8. Can't really beat that. Another great one for the collection, which is kind of cool because I'm gonna do this whole photo book series. I'm gonna pick a photo book off the shelf. We'll go over it and my favorite stuff through it and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for that. Now we're gonna go load the 4x5 film holders, get that all packed up, and go shoot some photos, man. I am starving to make some pictures. Sheets of T-Max 100 width. I have 2 sheets of Ilford's HP5 400 width, and then I still have packed 4 sheets of Ektar 100, which I probably won't pull the Ektar out unless, you know, some sort of color pops out. The water is very green looking, so I might try to take 1 or 2 shots with that. Ektar's really good with greens and blues, so we'll see. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna go underneath the bridge and see if I can find a composition for the 4.5. This is all about the 4.5 camera today, the Toyo Field 4.5. I brought a lot of film, bag's super heavy, so let's get down on the other side of this train bridge and set something up. Alright, so I'm not quite seeing the shot that I envisioned in my mind before getting here. So I think I'm going to walk down the trail just a little bit, and if I don't find anything, I'll come back here and try to compose something with the 4.5. I would hate to lug all this stuff out here and not even get it out, but there's a new path and I'm gonna hop on that and walk down that and see where that goes. I mean, this is cool and everything, but it's just not what I had in mind. So let's cruise around a little bit more. Okay, I think I finally found what I'm looking for. I found this stumpy looking tree, kind of like this one right here, that I took while I was home. And I walked through the path that goes along the Harpeth River and ended up at a part of Pinkerton Park that I've already been at before. But I was kind of in my mind keeping this place in the back of it because I remember this trees being like spread apart and kind of in really neat batches. So I think I found my spot. I'm gonna try to get some of these trees. There is a house or like a junkyard or something in the background, so I'm gonna have to kind of block those out and figure out how I'm gonna keep those from making it in the photo. But yeah, I'm gonna start setting up the 4.5 and see what I can get here. I thought it through, and since there's no light, it's already going on almost dinner time, and I literally live 3 blocks from here. I think I'm just gonna call it now, and then maybe come back down here tomorrow or later in the week and get the 2 shots that I had in mind. I just don't think I'm gonna have the light and the contrast that I want for the shot. So I think I am gonna set up my tripod real quick and take a Polaroid It's fun saying Polaroid and it actually meaning a Polaroid. I'm going to take a Polaroid Originals SX70 color film shot down the railroad tracks and see how that comes out. I feel like it's warm enough to do so, so I'm gonna do that and then we'll get home. All right, so by this point, you've seen a bunch of the images that I've shot in the last day, and it was a great day off. You can't beat filling a full day off full of photography. Ugh, I don't want to slip, I've already fallen once. And I did record a brand new episode of We Believe in Film, which I will leave a link below. It'll probably be an iTunes link. It was a good welcome back episode. Talked about give and take. You'll have to listen. Go down below, click the link. If you didn't know, now you know. I have a podcast that I'm attempting to do once a week, that I will do once a week, called We Believe in Film. And I also co-host another podcast called Analog Talk. All the information's always down below in the description. If I didn't say or I left it out, yesterday I did all the filming back here at the railroad tracks, and it was eating me alive that I didn't go back and finish shooting the shots that I wanted to go back for. I ended up only shooting one spot, and that was the tree photo that you had already seen. So I went back to the bridge and the railroad tracks and shot a bunch of stuff there. I exposed 2 more sheets of Ektar and 2 sheets of Ilford's, HP5 400, all shot at box speed. For some reason with the 4.5, I don't really like to push or pull the film. So I just like to keep it real, keep it by the box, because I'm not really looking for that added contrast, like I am with my 35 or even 120. I don't really push that often unless I know that I need the contrast reach. On my way home, still expect my 2017 retrospect video. I'm taking it a different way. Like once I started editing all the clips and stuff together, I kind of just saw it as a montage, kind of as a look back, rather than making it a full-on episode. So it's just like, a bunch of clips that I shot from 2017 with some photos and some music. So keep an eye out for that. I'm gonna call it here. It's dark, I'm exhausted. Don't forget, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at timothy.makeups. Every Wednesday, I'm on the Analog Talk podcast with my co-host Chris Bartolucci. We usually have a film photography related guest on. We chat about, upcoming events and all that fun stuff. And then every week, I'm also doing the We Believe in Film podcast. And that's just me talking, shooting the shit. But I have intentions of doing some episodes for that on YouTube, and including some guests and just all kinds of fun stuff with that. So thanks for sticking around. If you ever need to reach me, you can email me, timothy.makeups@gmail.com. If you ever have any, photography related questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out. And if you live in the Nashville area, I'll ask you first. Let's get together. Let's make an episode of, I don't have a name for it yet, where I interview you, we shoot a roll, film, and develop it. If that sounds like something you want to do, reach out. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks again for all the support, reaching 2K. And at the end of this, I'm going to be picking the winner. So yeah, congratulations. I'll see you guys. See you next week. Just remember on Tuesday that you slipped and fell so hard at Pinkerton Park. I got mud inside crevices of this camera and my AE1 that you would not believe.